So thank you so much for coming back and watching another FAQ video. If anything, the responses have been great so far with the previous FAQ videos that I've put out. And because of them, I've had a few more questions asked about my services and the sort of things that I do. So I'm going to take the opportunity to go over them in this video and in another video as well. But in this video, I want to focus on collaborations. So, what do I mean by collaborations? Well, that would be where you and I, or maybe even someone that you know, we would have the opportunity of working together in some kind of joint venture project where I am able to contribute my value maybe to your audience, or maybe you contribute your value to mine if we are both kind of appropriate for each other's lists. So, as you can kind of see on this page, this is basically everything that I am more than happy and open to working on with you or someone that you know. So if perhaps maybe you have like a podcast, or you have your own kind of like interview project, or maybe you want to work together on some kind of like video that we can both put out on our YouTube channels, or maybe even other social medias as well, then I would love to certainly hear from you. I think making video content or being able to talk to another person in an expert field, or maybe someone who's just very curious about what it is that I do, or just the kind of value that I bring to the table in regards to making videos, content creation, and certainly even using YouTube as part of one's business. I would love to be able to have the opportunity to be able to talk about that with you. Now, I'm also quite happy to write articles, blogs, and do newsletters and things where maybe I am perhaps asked to write something for your mailing list, or maybe for like your website or whatever. Very open to doing all of that. And of course, the big main ones would be having me as like a guest speaker. So, something that I am actually looking to set up in the future going forward is to be able to run my own workshops, and certainly create a lot more online courses. Now, I would love to have the opportunity of being able to spread my message, I suppose, and motivate more entrepreneurs and coaches with using YouTube, because reality is not a lot of people really understand how the platform works. And I think the kind of like era that we're in at the moment, everything's kind of like sold as like just really fast track to get to the success that you want. And the reality is that you have to kind of really work and grind to get the best results possible. So as much as, I can appreciate when people use like TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, for me, YouTube, you really have to work on the content creation and create something that's so unique and valuable for people that you are going to just kind of keep them coming back for more, and obviously build that online relationship. So all of those things are the sort of things that I would love to be able to talk about at your events or at your workshops, or maybe even if you're running your events online, then definitely being able to do like a presentation, or maybe even again have some kind of like online interview over a webinar. I would be very open to suggestions for that. And of course, lastly, online courses. I mean, as I say, I'm looking to make more courses. And if I have the opportunity to be able to ask other collaborators to be involved in my projects, then I would certainly love to do so. It's something that I'm always highly encouraging my clients to do, especially for making YouTube videos. So if not for online courses, then definitely I would love to do something with you for making YouTube videos, whether you're on my videos or I'm on yours, or maybe it's both. Whatever it is, I am certainly down to do it. So with all of those being covered, what would be the process of us arranging to have some kind of collaboration? Well, I never just jump straight into a project, and I like making sure that the people that I work with, we are actually compatible and on the same kind of wavelength in regards to how we work together. And I'm also someone who likes to be very transparent with the way that they do business. So I like to have everything in writing before anything does go forward. But with that being said, the first thing that we would do is essentially have a Zoom call together, to just again see if we're compatible and discuss what kind of work we would do. Do you want me to be a guest at one of your events? Do you want me in one of your YouTube videos or social media videos? Do you want me on your podcast and you're going to interview me about things to do with YouTube? Or do you want me to just write articles for you and then I get paid for it essentially? Or even just getting promoted as well. So we would have that chat, and if we both kind of like what each of us are offering, then the next thing would essentially be agreeing on that joint venture's terms and conditions. So, like I said, I never just jump straight into something. And um, because of the transparency that I want, I like having everything in writing. So, I want it agreed, what kind of commissions or referrals are we going to be giving to each other? How is payments going to get made if there is payments involved? What happens with sales? So, that, such as if I were to be talking on your platform, what kind of referrals would I get or commissions would I get, as well as what kind of percentages would you be after or interested in, if I am essentially getting business thanks to you, or the other way around, if you're getting business thanks to me. So I think it's really important that that kind of foundation is laid out. It just means then that we can both be very happy with those terms, and there's no incongruences or misunderstandings in that sense. And unfortunately you hear it a lot in the coaching realms where people do collaborate, and because they haven't created some kind of terms and conditions and it has just been like a gentleman's handshake, things don't always necessarily work out. But it is what it is. But once we have kind of agreed on the terms and conditions, and we have a plan on what it is that we're going to do working together, then the final thing really would be to schedule in that collaboration. So are we going to be making videos together? We're going to have to obviously arrange like time and dates to do filming, or if we're having like a video call and doing like an online webinar or something like that, then we need to have obviously something penciled in. I'll need to certainly know beforehand, like what kind of prep work do you need from me, or is there anything that I can give to you also in preparation before that event, such as like photos, a blurb or bio. What else? Just anything needed really to help promote the event that's going to be happening. And then after that, obviously once everything's all booked in and scheduled, then we have the event take place itself, whatever that might look like, or however whatever we've agreed on. I mean, if I'm going to be writing like an article for you, then it's going to be more of just sort of like a time scale of like, oh, can you complete this article within 7 days or something. So I will of course do whatever I can to support you in this collaboration, and certainly I do expect the same. So if you need anything from me, you only have to ask, and vice versa. If I need anything from you, definitely I will ask too. And then of course, because we've got that terms and conditions agreed on, then we would work out the payments and make the payments. And if all things go well, which touch wood, it does, and we're both happy with the results, then of course I would love to collaborate again. And I will say that very openly now, even before we've probably had the opportunity to work together, that I am always very open to collaborate with people again, if things are successful, and certainly if we are really compatible with working on projects. So I do hope this was useful. If you are interested in collaborating with me in some form, or if perhaps maybe you would love for me to maybe work with someone else. And in the next video, I'm going to be talking about referrals and commissions that I offer if if you refer me. Nearly mumbled my words there, but if you refer me any clients as well. So if that does sound interesting for you, that you want to know how you can make some money by passing on some clients to me, then definitely check out the next video.